Good morning, everyone. Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. I am much more rested today on day 9. So thanks for putting up with a tired mixed media artist yesterday. I got some good sleep last night, so thank you. I do want to say some thank yous this morning for those that have made contributions to the PayPal Me. I remain grateful, so grateful. Anne, thank you. Catherine, thank you. And Linda, thank you. And I also got a little love letter from Linda. Ta-ta-ta-ta. It says, greetings from the bayou. This is from Linda. So, Louisiana native. Very fun. So what we are going to do today is a little bit different. We're going to do an assemblage of some found items. Michael gave me a couple of bags full of foundlings. And so I had an altoids tin on my desk and wasn't quite sure what I was going to do about it. But after I gathered this and that, I had a very good time making an art piece that will hang on the wall, and it will probably go to the gallery on this Sunday. We're changing out our art, and it'll probably go on the walls then. So as I make mistakes through my videos, you guys can giggle with me. I giggle at myself. Thank you for helping me find things on the table. And thank you, Patricia, for helping me remember to hold the bottles the correct way. I'm still adjusting to working differently on the table. So, you know, there you have it. Life is an experiment. Okay, gang, see you on the table. So after I finished this piece and I was off screen, I did add a couple more things. I added this seed pod and I added this word disappear down here. And I hit the edges with my brown watercolor brush to just grunge up the edges of the box a little bit. So this is what we're doing today. A fun, heavy assemblage piece. A little bit different for us. Okay, we are going to do this in stages. I have no idea how involved it's going to be, so we're just going to start going forward. I have an old altoids tin that's been sitting around for a while. This is a coffee filter that's been dipped in wax. I'm sure there was a plan for that. I have my drill and my board for under anything that I want to drill. I have some underpants or old book pages that I'm going to be using today. I have rivets and a rivet gun. Okay, this might be something new for you. It's very fun. It's like what jeans are put together with, the little rivets that they're put together with. And the rivet installer and an old book cover. All right, that is what we're going to start off with. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to cover my Altoid box with underpants. And I'm not going to make you watch me do that because we did that in yesterday's project with the little matchbox. So you know how to cover something with book text. I have the Altoids can covered in underpants, front and back. Just do the best you can. It's very hard to cover the box because it's very bendy in some spots. So I'm just going to set that aside and let that dry. Now I'm going to bring my book cover in and I'm going to decide where I would like that box to be. And I'm going to say about right there. So you know how precise I am. I am going to take my drill and I am going to drill a hole right there. And I really can't do anything else until my Mod Podge dries, because I will probably rip it up. Well, we're going to do it anyway. And make a little hole where I think is going to be a good idea. So I want a hole in that coffee filter too, because that's going to be part of the layering. So I have a hole in my book cover, I have a hole in my coffee filter, I have a hole in my Altoid box. So let's talk a little bit about the rivet gun if you haven't used one before. Alright, if you don't have one, try something else. How's that? Because I don't want you to go out and buy things for this challenge. But this is something that I have. Maybe you have one laying around and you haven't known how to use it. So you take the rivet with the long part, looks like a nail kind of, and you put that in the rivet gun, and then you would layer the book cover, the coffee filter, and then your Altoid can. And then you just squeeze this together until it snaps, all right? Because the long part, the nail part, will snap off as it's pulling the rivet through. And then it will adhere, or it will bond it onto. There we go. So this is riveted on in one spot. All right. Now I'm going to take my drill and I am going to drill another hole in this and rivet it. Okay, so the rivet gun has the rivet into the rivet gun, through the book cover, through the wax coffee filter, and through the Altoid can. Okay, now it takes a lot of pressure for me to snap it, so I have to use my desk on the handle to push and push and push. It's not pretty. There's rivet number 2. I will put another one up here, and then I will put one over here because I want the door to stay open. Okay? Working up a sweat here. But I'm going to try really hard to let you see how I rivet. It is not pretty. Alright, I have my rivet in the gun. I am going to go through the back, the cover, all the way through the can. I'm going to hold the Altoids can with my left hand and just start depressing this. It might wiggle the camera. Sorry. Then I just keep, and I can feel it getting harder to push. But it's important for me to hold that can in the correct spot with my left hand, otherwise the rivet will come out. Alright, we're getting close. I'm sure if you're a strong man you can do like this in like one fell swoop, but there we go. Okay, rivet here, here, and here. I'm going to put one here. Now you've seen how I dance with it. Let me finish that. Ta-da! Ta-da! Rivet. Mod Podge. Rivet, 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 rivet. Okay. Is that enough of a challenge for today? Whew! Alright, let me get the next supplies organized, okay? Okay, for the next part of the adventure, you're going to need some gesso, your brush, some walnut ink, some strong adhesive. E6000 would be my choice, but as you guys know, I don't have any right now. So I'm using Goop, which is fine. It's just not my favorite. And some bits of stuff. These were given to me by Michael. Thank you, Michael, sweetheart. And I'm going to play with these. So first off, those are yummy, huh? I'm going to take the gesso and pretty much just dry brush it. I don't want a bunch of gesso in here, but I do want a little bit. Just to make the back stand out a little bit. And I'm not even going to wait for that to dry. I'm just going to hit it with some walnut stain. And I do not care if it goes on, I'm not going to try, but if it goes on the coffee filter or the back of the book, I'm okay with that. And I am going to let that dry. All right, it's almost dry. I'm going to just go in with a paper towel and blot that up. That's a beautiful background, huh? Gorgeous. All right, what are we going to do next? So let's grab that goop. All right, I have the goop started because it is sometimes really hard to get out of that tube. And I have a coffee stirrer. Sure, we all go out and get coffee, right? Don't throw your stirrers away. And I am just going to start sticking stuff in my can. That doesn't sound very good. Let's see. Oh, I hear Handsome Hubby's home. Hudson's having an outburst. Sorry. Pretty fun, huh? And this is just findings. That's all that this is. I think that's some kind of a bone. Good golly, this is cool. I don't know if this is old leather. I have no idea what that is. I'm going to make sure and hit the points where it is going to stick. Very, very cool. All right, I am going to find a little something something for up in there, and I am very happy with that. I think it needs a little bit more glue on this. Oh no, that was probably good. Don't want that shiny stuff sticking out. All right, I'm going to go on the hunt for something there, maybe a button or something. But I'll be back. We've got some shadows coming in from the sun. See if I can get that overhead light in there to combat that. I found a fun little something something, maybe a little piece of tile. I'll put that there. And then while I was digging through Michael's stuff, I also found a bit of sea glass, beach glass. That's very fun. Put some goop on there and stick that in there. Very fun. That's our assemblage. You'll see it better in better sunlight, but there it is for today. So you may have an Altoid box, and you may have a book cover. So just go and create and play and have fun with what you have in your inventory. All of these things were gifted to me except for the book cover, and that I've used all the pages from that for the underpants in my other projects. So this was a little different for us. Very, very fun. Let it dry. Very fun assemblage. Go create, go play, go have fun.